Hey, Story, you were definitely first. What's going on, everybody? No music, just a cold start. Just a cold start to the show tonight. And it's the late show, which is like, especially for the people on the East Coast. Hold on, I gotta back my way out of my room here and make sure to close the gate behind me because I don't want Steve getting in there and stealing Petey the Penguin. I didn't even check to see if I was actually live. I guess I'll find out in a couple minutes if some people start chatting or if I'm just talking to
59
myself.
says third.
Third, what's going on? The weirdest 59 or whatever the heck your name was. Hold on, I gotta flip some lights on for you guys so you can see what's going on. Whoa.
Angel Savinless says you are indeed live. Added you
All right, well,
YT
that's
says,
good to
hey
know.
Pete, I'm here now.
Well, I'm glad you're here. And
Stone
I'm here as
1011 says I'm non-binary.
well. Okay, that's cool. Good announcement. I'm exhausted.
Blind husband says hi.
Hey, blind husband. I think I owe you a couple of emails. I got an email from you about the blind penguin stuff last night not being available in Canada. It's not available anywhere at the moment because we completely sold out.
Germinate1 says
right
AP.
here. Whoa, Danny, you're up late. Right behind me here. These are boxes of blind penguin soap that are going to go out tomorrow morning. Banana and I have basically been up for the entire day making the soap.
At
and we were
Donnie101
getting
says
help
hello,
from
this
Bree
is my
last
first
night.
stream.
Oh, well, this is a weird stream. I always feel like I have
YT
to like a
says, "How is
professional
Banana?"
setup upstairs. Banana's great. She's taken the night off because I basically put her to work all day. These are the boxes over here. These are the blind penguin boxes. I'm gonna go up into the studio. I just need to like walk around for a minute. What did I do with my phone? There it is. Because I've been up for 24 hours. I kind of
The
got
Blind
to bed
husband
last
says this is
night.
good. We want to see you in your natural environment like that documentary. It should just be about you. That'd be hilarious. Stone 1011 says, do you know Oliver
Pete,
Tree?
There's Pete, his natural environment. Let me see if I can open this door with, sorry, I'm doing bad camera work here. I gotta put the phone down because I can't open it up with one hand. What do I do? Where do I put this phone? I'll put it right there. This is me trying to get out
At
of the door
Terminate
with
1
one
says
hand.
P. Sign Brooks didn't read my story last night. We'll get to I next week.
Danny, your story was like 35 minutes long, and it was the most bizarre thing I've ever read. I read it over the course of like an entire day. It
Stone
was the weirdest
1011
thing.
says I'm playing VR.
It was a horror story that Danny wrote, and I don't know if any of it was real. It kind of seemed a little ChatGPT-ish. Banana is gonna kill me if she knows that I'm like out and about today, because we didn't clean up out here. I'm stepping on. What am I stepping on? I'm stepping on a blow-up banana. Let's see if I can put that there. Is that gonna fall over? I think it's gonna fall over. I love the person who said this is their first one. And this is what you're getting. Hey, what's going on? All right. So I do have access to the chat. Controlling it from here.
The Blind husband
You
says you're
guys are
covering the
over there.
microphone a little bit.
Oh, dumbass me. The microphone's way down. It was on my hip. That was so dumb. That's so embarrassing. I'm supposed to be a sound guy. I changed my shirt. Right before I went. That probably sounds a million times better, right? I got to get my stuff together. I changed my shirt right before I came on because I've actually been wearing the same exact. What's this?
The Blind husband says LOL, my favorite part, the technical challenges.
I thought I had everything now. That's another person that just hit me up on Blind Penguin. Another person that's trying to buy the soap, and they can't because we. So here's the thing. So Banana asked me. She's like, how many of these things do you think? What's this down here? This is a banana. I'll pretend this is banana. Ready?
At Terminate
And
1
Banana
says
was
it was
like-
oddly like 5 minutes long. It was ChatGPT. I'll take that as a compliment though because it's not my first time being accused of using AI for my original stories.
It was very long. So here's Banana, ready? She's like, hey Pete, how many of these things do you think we're gonna sell? Talking about the blind penguin soap. And I was like, I don't know, Banana, maybe 2 or 3. I was like trying to be conservative because, you're selling something. You're asking people to part with their money. And she's like, okay, we'll make a few just to be sure that we have enough in stock. And we made like a few. And we had a few that we could make, and then we were talking about it on the show, and then I launched the video of it, and Banana was like, "Hey Pete,"
making a YT short.
I guess, and Banana's like, how many did we sell?
59 says hi everyone.
What up, Matthew?
At Geezer
Hi,
Butler
everyone.
114
And I was,
says the TTS speed is wild lol. At Abuchoy
well, it's
says
slow
hey
as hell,
Matthew.
right?
At Pokemon Trainer Austin
Hold
says
on.
I missed the big announcement stream.
It was, hold on, I gotta mute you guys for a second to finish my pantomime. And Banana was like, hey Pete, how many did we sell? And I was like, well, Banana, we sold 100 of them. And she was like, oh. And then so basically she and I and our friend Bree and then a bunch of other people are gonna have to chip in. Like we're gonna have to make, well, we've made a bunch. We made a ton of it's ready to go. But if we're gonna keep selling it, like we're out of inventory. So I found that out last night, basically stayed up until like, I don't know, I think I stayed up until like 11 or 12. And then I climbed into bed last night and there was an emergency, I'm gonna put Banana in the banana seat here. There was an emergency voiceover last night that I had to do at 1 in the morning. So I did that at 1 o'clock and then I went to bed again. Then there was another emergency voiceover at 3 o'clock and then I just basically didn't go back to bed. I got up and I started working. I started doing my voiceover sessions. Oh, and if anybody feels like doing anything, if you're gonna super chat on YouTube, $3 or more, it'll get read out loud. And the Twitch ones, which were going crazy last night, Hype Train level 12, if you're gonna do that, Banana was complaining that the pictures were too small. If you give me a follow or subscribe or do 200 bits or more on Twitch. So I made it much bigger today. Now, of course, I don't know exactly how it looks because I couldn't bother Banana to ask because she was making 800 bottles of soap. But it's supposed to look a lot better. Hold on, I'll go back to you guys now. NWI with iPhone. I'm gonna head back up to the studio shortly. I just need to like get out of the studio for like a minute. I've basically been in the studio since last night I did the show.
5X9U says Blind Surfer, do you believe Jesus is God?
I get a lot of religious questions. I don't answer religious questions. I don't do religion and I don't do politics. But
Hero says, can you say Nicker,
yeah.
Nicker, PLS, say Nicker, 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 I love you, Nicker.
No, why would I do
says
that?
Leo.
I'm not an idiot.
Thiglin Husband
Leo,
says we like your
yes.
outdoor streams anyway. I believe others can speak for themselves. Thank you to Lola for the free subscription.
Yeah, Lola Two Paws last night was just giving
Terminate
boatloads
says,
of
I've had fellow
subscriptions
students
out.
accused me of using
Like,
ChatGPT in my stories and essays. It kinda pisses me off, but I try to take it as a compliment. At LJK7
Well,
up says,
alright,
holy
that's
crap,
cool.
you're live. I love you, Pete. You're a fantastic human being. May the
I
universe
am
smile
live.
upon you. At Wisdom's
Oh, thank you.
Majesty
I appreciate
213
that.
says that's wild. Thalis Peterson
it
says
is
it's streaming
wild.
fun.
So
Shuriken D
we
says
got to go.
fucking
Yeah,
hell,
we
these
got to go
people
out
are so
last
mean.
night.
At Colton's AC13 says
I mean,
I
they're
watch
kind of
all your
weird. I don't know
videos.
if they're mean. Well, that's appreciated. Thank you very much. I don't know what I have no idea what the camera's actually capturing. Like if I sit here on this chair, it's probably too close to the damn. Oh, you know what? This chair is on wheels. Hold
Shuriken
on.
D says
Banana
that
is
too.
totally gonna kill me. Shoryuken D.
At Ethan
Is
Thomas
it
if you hate
Shoryuken?
us, says, can you shout me out?
Shoryuken. I mean, you just got to shout out from the robot
At
voice.
Abuchoy
The robot
YT
voice
says,
did
Pete,
it
can you
for
be
you.
my chat voice?
No, I don't want to
At
do
Leo Martinez
AI
Q5X9U
voices.
says, love you, man. God bless. Have a wonderful, blessed day. At Thingamagi
Well,
Hype
thank
says,
you. I
hi there, Mr.
appreciate
Gustin.
that.
Shuriken D
There
says,
we go.
yay.
Maybe I wonder if you guys can.
At Random
I wonder if you guys can see this.
66 says chocolate balls. Beacon 1 says
So
hi.
Banana is.
At Ethan Thomas
Hi,
if
what's
you
going?
hate
Oh,
us,
this
says
thing's
hi.
wet.
At Abuchoy
I made
YT
all
says,
that
I see
effort to
you
move this
perfectly,
thing over,
Pete.
and it's soaking wet.
At Mew Hero
That's
says, I
good.
hate
I was
Knickers,
gonna
I hate
sit
Knickers,
here.
I hate Knickers, I hate Knickers, I
I mean,
hate
stop
Knickers,
it,
I
stop
hate
it.
Knickers, I
That
hate Knickers, I
okay?
hate
You know
Knickers,
what?
I hate Knickers, I hate
All
Knickers, I
right,
hate
all right. If I have a mod in the chat, that's entirely inappropriate. I'm gonna have to go upstairs and take care of that if I don't have any mods. If I have a mod in the chat, if we could take care of that one, or yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool. It's not funny. It's not clever. Nothing you just did is cool. I mean, this is not why I come on here. Like, I will literally end this thing if you don't stop doing that. I just thought I'd come on and kind of like relax for a little bit after like a long, crazy day. Oh boy. There we go. That's that's another one of my clients. That one's the San Diego Padres. So here I am hanging out with Banana on the lounge chair. No idea how this looks. I'm gonna put the chat back on. I'm gonna put it on and see how, see if you guys are see if you guys can handle yourselves. Ooh.
Beacon 1 says
Matt
unfinished my
That is a-
just raided with 5
At Alan
viewers.
Athlete 2351
Hey,
says,
thanks,
hi, I
Matt
just joined.
Honker.
What's going on?
Nothing. I'm just hanging out here with Banana, the Banana replacement. Oh, I feel bad because I feel like the Mad Hunker. I kind of interrupted his night. This is supposed to be his night to stream, and then I popped in doing my surprise one. But hey, you just showed up with 5 people. That was nice.
75 says ban the guy.
Beacon_1 just raided with 1 view.
Says I haven't seen you in so long.
Hey. Well, I've been here.
At Giggle6 says
thank you. Yeah.
At Jenny says we appreciate you.
You scared me.
88.5 JFM says
yeah, I mean,
good
it's
to see you. I've been hearing you lately.
I'm curious if so this thing right here is controlling the whole system. I kind of want to turn the pool lights on, but if I leave this app, I might lose you guys. Yeah, we don't want that guy. Let me go. NDI. All right, I'm going to mute you guys for a second, and then I'm going to try to turn on the pool lights, and then hopefully I haven't lost. No, that's not where I want to be. Aqualink, and then I'm going to go. Oh, I got to log in. I'm trying to turn on the pool lights, and then I go to the equipment, and then I go to spa light. Which light do you think I should do? Emerald rose, magenta, violet, slow color splash. How about fast color splash? America the Beautiful, that does red, white, and blue. We had that one rolling during the 4th of July. Let me do a fast color splash. So if the pool here, which I think is right next to me, is there we go. Now I can show you guys some light, but can I get back to the Streamlabs controller and put the chat back on? There's so much technology going on right here. It's all at the tip of my fingertips. Oh, now I don't hear the damn chat. Did I kill you guys? I think I killed you guys. If I don't hear anything in a minute, I guess I'll head back upstairs. But that's a shame. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna have to. That's not switching. I'm gonna exit out of Streamlabs controller, and then I'm going to. So that's a lesson learned. I can't mess with the Streamlabs controller, or I can't go to any other app while I have the Streamlabs controller open. NWI says iPhone. I did it.
9986 says please ban Muhiro.
Look at that.
Says,
I did it.
Fuel, don't bully him, he don't know. At Archer
yeah,
says
I don't know.
Hi.
I don't know what you're doing.
At Archer
Hi,
says
what's going on?
You do well, sir. Take care.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
19 people watching more than yesterday. At Tracy
is that on Twitch? Yesterday was crazy. We had 73 people on the YouTube vertical and 35 people on the YouTube horizontal, plus I think 20 on Twitch, and that was the average. What's up, bro? So we had like 120 people at a time. Yo, what's going on? I think as well. Sometimes I think, but not always. Yeah, there's another one coming on Saturday. I've got what is the one that's going to be on Saturday? I've got I think I ate some weird stuff.
Share a dub voice in Germany. At Random Viewer 8266 says not on any funny business, but did y'all hear about that dude Noah Kaniga? At Linda Seal 9986 says the pool lights are nice. At the clown named Nalhur says hello.
The clown named Mel, is that your name? That's kind of funny.
Went blind. At Silent
my
says why does Big Diesel care about the spa lights? Just for visual appeal? At Jenny says what kind of
are the spotlights bad? So this camera, is just a.
Love your videos, man. You're awesome, man. I'm a go.
Thank
love
you.
you, man.
Appreciate
Jesus
that.
is our savior and Lord.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by for a minute.
Nalhur says shit as ever HBU. At Ethan Thomas Q8L says blind guy unboxing.
Yeah, you already said that. I got the blind guy unboxing coming on Saturday. I'm trying to remember what the heck I opened. It was, I ate something. I can't remember what the first thing was. I don't know. My brain's not working. If I haven't mentioned it, I've had an absolutely crazy 24 hours. I'm just like totally just wide awake because I had like many energy drinks to get me through the day. I think I'll go upstairs. I think I'll go into my fancy studio that's, spent all this money and time doing it. Oh, the person was asking about the camera. This camera is a Logitech Mevo Start. It is equipped with Wi-Fi technology called NDI. so that I can attach it to my computer and I can take it anywhere my Wi-Fi goes. And my Wi-Fi is pretty strong, so I can take it anywhere in my house. So, but now I'm gonna head upstairs and see if I have everything set up there. The whole day, if you didn't catch me in the beginning, or if you couldn't hear me because I had my microphone clipped to my dong instead of my collar. And Banana putting together these boxes that are behind us. This is 14 more that are gonna be going out. Blind Penguin frothing hand soap. You're gonna have to wait about 2 more weeks before we can make any more, because we sold over 100 in the first day, which is absolutely outrageous, unexpected. Oh, it's hot upstairs. I got the air conditioning on, but it's hot. I'm gonna head into the studio. I can hear Steve's feet. Steve's coming after me. He's following me. He wants to know where I'm going. He wants to know if he can follow. And Steve's right behind me right there. Steve, say hi. Steve, where are you? I hear you. There you are. Hi, Steve. Oh, shit. Oh, I think I messed something up. Oh, that's what I did. Oh, I keep switching scenes. NWI's with iPhone. There we go. I got it back.
At M4G1CM1K says said hi.
Hi. You guys see Steve behind me?
J8H says said hi.
Hi. Lots of people said saying hi.
Fox says you didn't interrupt my stream. I stayed live until you started streaming so I could have raid you. I wish more people stayed.
Oh, well, that's cool. Glad I didn't mess up your night. So Steve's somewhere behind me. I could hear him a second ago.
Cute doggy?
That's Steve. And Skylar's in our... Hey,
I don't
nice.
know. It says I love you.
I love you too.
WDY the Don says, have ever heard about Netflix making the Avatar live action surfer?
No, I've not heard of that.
M4G1CM1K said hi.
Hi, what's going on?
All right, says,
I'm gonna head.
Love your voice.
Oh, that's very nice. That's a living, my voice. Go in here, and then I'm gonna turn off the lights to give you that cool effect. What up, Jesse Jackson?
Terminate1 says, Pete, what are your full opinion on my story?
It was a horror story, and I don't know if you were trying to pass it off as real, but I don't think it was real.
213 says, what's your Twitch handle, handsome, freaky, beautiful man?
Oh, my Twitch handle is at Pete Gustin.
8831 says, hello, love your videos, can't stay long, keep it up.
At Pete Gustin is my Twitch handle.
8794 says hi.
PETEGUSTIN.
on the couch.
I'm getting to the couch.
Says, fun fact 3.
I'm getting
Arnold
there.
Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Terrence Hill, Dan Aykroyd, Nick Nolte share the same voice, the late and Miss Thomas Dannenberg.
I didn't know
Jesse
that.
Jackson J8H
Let's see
says
here.
said hi.
On, and that, and I'm going to turn this thing off and settle myself into the couch because it's a little more comfortable. But what did I do? What did I do with the chat?
As a kid
Oh, there
when
it
you
is.
can
I got the
see.
chat back, I think. There we go.
At Endigoat 123
What up?
C4Z says I sobbed.
Oh, very
The
nice.
Husband says if it's anything like the story about the hospital and the pregnant lady, please I pray to God do not read
Oh,
those.
that story. That was so
At Isaac
weird.
Shoemaker says hi.
If that person subbed,
Betty
I'm a
Jenny
little
says
curious
this would
as
be
to why it
overwhelming
didn't
to
make
me.
the noise. Maybe I just didn't hear it because I was
Simply
walking around.
says do you narrate books?
I do narrate
At
books.
Starship Hunter says what's going on, sir?
Nothing. I'm
Dog
just
tag 08 says man you are a legend.
plunking down here
At
on
Terminate
the.
1 says it was not real, but it was written as if it was real. First
I didn't
person
even do
POV.
my didn't even do my
Admiral
intro or
WDY
anything
the
like
Don
that.
says love you, surfer.
I have a surf
At
episode that.
123 C4Z says
Hold
I
on,
sobbed.
hold on.
At Jonathan Hernandez.
Well, you said you subbed, but it didn't make the noise. It was supposed to make the noise. Do I have my music tonight? Is music active? Yeah, there we go. I got some music. I think I can control.
At Wisdom is Majesty 213 says what's your Twitch handle, handsome, freaky, beautiful man?
Oh, that one's behind. I'm gonna have to speed that
At
up.
George Woberderster 2439 says do you do the voiceover for Deadliest Catch?
No, that's Mike Rowe, and he's suing Deadliest Catch because they owe him like $2.4 million in back work for that show. He's like in a big lawsuit with them right now. I don't think that people auditioned for that show. I think that they just kind of gave that to him. I don't remember getting the audition for it. I did. Oh no, I remember one I got an audition for. I actually got the audition to be the promo voice of Wicked. What was it called? Like Wicked Tuna or Wicked Catch, something like that. And they wanted someone with like a Boston accent. And I was like, oh, I got that covered because that's what I used to have. I had a big, heavy duty Boston accent for most of my life. And I did the, Wicked Tuna, it's pissa, whatever the heck. I don't know what the liner was. But but I did that, and then they ended up going with someone from L.A. that was like doing his impression of a Boston accent, which I feel like Hollywood is confused with what a Boston accent is. I don't think they know what a real Boston accent is. They have fallen in love with what actors call a Boston accent. I've mentioned it before, but the Boston accent, it changes with how angry you are. Like the more angry a person is, the more the accent comes out. There are people that like, there's people like if they're yelling at me, they're like Peter, and then like if they're just talking to me, people used to call me Peter when I was a kid. They would literally be like Peter, what are you doing? And then like mildly mad, be like Peter, what's going on? And then they get really mad, like, Peter, you're being a jerk. Like, it definitely changes with the people's moods. So nobody in Hollywood actually gets the Boston accent right. I didn't look at what time I started this. I think I was going to start at 8:30. It's 8:37 now. I must have started earlier than 8:30 because I haven't been on for just 7 minutes, I don't think.
At Wisdom is Majesty 213 says, what's your Twitch handle, handsome, freaky, beautiful man?
Why does that same one keep playing?
JJ4566 says, love your videos.
Something seems wrong about that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was so busy today, I didn't even look at how the video...
Participant says this original voice is the easiest on the ears.
Is it? I feel like this voice is, I don't know. It's weirdly robotic. Like, I don't feel like I like it that much. I was so busy today. I'm usually good at like commenting, like back to people and saying hi.
Cool Fox 2515 says hi.
What up, Cool Fox? What's going on?
Cool Fox 2515 says love you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Makisha Mikey says hi.
Hi.
X1QR2 says poo.
Poo. That's a good one. That's worth being read out loud. Let's see. On my video today, can you use your phone in your dreams? First 10 hours, 38 minutes. Can I use my phone in my dreams? Like, let me slow this down for you. You know what? We can do this together. We can go through the comments. I'm gonna have to unplug my chat. Where the heck is the phone? Where's that phone? Oh, it's really fallen down. What's going on over there? Oh wow, it's like totally about to fall over. All right. So if I plug this phone in, this will show you the stats of my my most recent video. We'll go through it together because I didn't have any time to do this today at all. Let's see. Is my phone on the screen now?
In your dreams. First 10 hours, 38 minutes. Button.
Can you see in your dreams?
Content. Tab.
Let's see. Content. Let's see here. I wonder if you guys can hear this.
Videos. Button. 3 minutes. 50 seconds. What you see, I only feel. Short. Can you use your phone in your dreams? 8.2
Can
thousand
you
views.
use your phone in your dreams? That's the video I posted today.
Visibility. Public. Notices. Button. Video performance. Ranking by views. 7 of 10. Button.
It's the 7th best out of 10 videos that I posted, which isn't great. There were 7 better ones in the past 10 days. So it ranks your videos. Every 10 that you post, it tells you how it did.
Views. 9.0 thousand.
9,000 views. That's kind of on the low side.
69.9%.
69.9%. I like it when my videos generally have like a 72, 75% retention rate. So this one wasn't that exciting today. I guess I didn't miss anything.
View all. Comments. Heading. View all. Button.
View all. Let's see what some of the comments are.
Get summary. Button. At Justin Fowler 2857. Bullet. 46 minutes ago. I've never had a lucid dream. I wonder what it's like.
Someone said they never had a lucid dream.
Button.
He wonders what it's like. I actually the last. Let me go to content. The last blind guy unboxing.
I am not a hover. 52,000 views. 52. I was crying in the shower. 19,000 views. 19K views. 2,190. I am not a hover. Can you smell like a blind guy? 127,000 views. 127,000 views.
That's the video.
Short details. Button.
That's the video I did about the blind penguin soap. That one's at 127,000
I was
views.
crying in the shower. 19,000 views. Showcasing expert night work blind guy unboxing. 1.2 million views.
1.2 million views on the blind guy unboxing. So that's the sweet spot right there.
1.2 million.
1.2 million.
75 likes. 100 view all. Button.
Let's see what some of the comments are on that one. Do I have to slow this down for you guys?
Screen recognition off. Speech volume 100%.
Speech volume.
Speaking rate 85%.
Speaking rate
75%.
How about 75%?
Bullet 30 minutes ago. How do you know what Java looked like as you voiced him? Also, I'm writing this wondering how you're going to read it. Do you get someone else to read it or does something convert all this to Braille? I think I'm just high.
Yeah, no, people don't convert every. Can you imagine that? The person asked, how do I know what Java looked like? Obviously, I used to be able to see. They're asking how I can read the comments, which is just like 500 times a day I get that message. People like, how do you read comments? I mean, I feel like someone is not sitting here converting it to Braille.
Tato 9067. Bullet 50 minutes ago. The OO sounded like Jay Fair imitating Will Smith.
Jay Ferrer imitating Will Smith.
Okay. Bullet 1 hour ago. People are wondering why you harass people. 1 like. View reply.
People are wondering why I harass people. What do you mean? What's the reply to that one?
8772. Bullet 37 minutes ago. He doesn't. They harass him and so he replies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back button.
Okay. I don't want to be known as a harasser.
Eye of the moon. Bullet 1 hour ago. People are wondering why you harass people. 1 like. View reply.
Yeah. Let's see.
But sometimes I have full control and just do what I want.
I do what I want. Sounds like Eric Cartman over there. That text over there, that one's going like super slow.
Eye of the moon. Bullet. 1 hour. At the ISO. Bullet. 1 hour ago. So he's Daredevil.
Yeah, I'm Daredevil.
Got G1 von Steuben 770. Bullet. 1 hour ago. Well, now we know. He hasn't always been blind. Ellipsis.
Yes, thank you. I have not always been blind.
Tiger. Bullet. 1 hour ago. Okay, that's a really good job, Impressy. Ellipsis. Oh, right face with tears of joy.
Thingamagiac says I have very film-like dreams.
Film-like dreams, like they're like a movie, like your dreams are like a movie.
John Miller 6048. Bullet. 2 hours ago. I got that ice too, and I noticed my smell has gotten much stronger.
That's not even related to this video. Oh, well, I guess it is kind of. Yeah, this is the blind guy unboxing video.
That is Mania_country. Bullet. 2 hours ago. Edited you. Did Optimus Prime 3? Question marks. Honestly, I don't know how I never noticed it. Fits. Even if it was a commercial. From my knowledge, it's still cool.
It was a commercial, and I do think it's cool. So, all right, I can switch out of that. That was just me going through my YouTube. This phone is literally about to fall out of its holder. Yeah, that's at quite the steep angle. All right, let me plug it back in. Hopefully that works. I think I got that back in, and it should have brought the chat back up for you guys, maybe?
By using your eyes. Which in our case, as Noah Leslie says, is their voice to text for YouTube. I guess this is the test.
Yes, there is. You just heard it. That is exactly how. Well, it's not for YouTube. It's wait, did I actually fix that or did I just mess it up?
Is there voice to text for YouTube? I guess it is. Sometimes I just watch. Other times I'm part of the story.
Well,
Tucker BHA says hi.
Hi, what's going on?
Yeah, Ghosty 8453 says hi, :3.
Hi, :3.
Tucker BHA says hi.
I like that.
Noah Ledley says sad.
Why are you sad?
Fidget Spinner 193 says hello, blind surfer dude. I
Hello.
love your content and even saw the video about your new soap shortly before seeing this stream. But it's a little late, so I'm gonna go to bed.
All right.
From Georgia, America.
Yeah, it's pretty late in Georgia.
Passe in 04 says free Palestine.
I like that they said Georgia, America, because Georgia.
Pete, my name is Ty Bear.
Ty Bear?
Noble 6 Fan cool. 69 says, hey Pete, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yulene Cast says hello. Love
hello.
from Mexico.
You're from Mexico? That's cool.
Fitz BC7IO says hi.
Mexico lost to England
says hello.
in the World Cup, I think.
Ghosty 8453 says it's a cat face thingy, :3. Xavier
looks like a cat.
BC7IO
Okay.
says hi.
Hi, what's going on? You guys want to? I just started the show with me walking around, just being Pete on the loose this evening. And last night when Brooks was here, I played a surf session that we do it at the very beginning of the show. Oh, LT was asking me, he's like, why don't you have like a 3-minute thing at the start of the show? Because not a lot of people are tuned in the first 3 minutes. And that's true. However, I like to start the show I like to start it kind of quick because I get the replays on YouTube. These things sit there forever, and I usually get a few hundred extra replays. But last night we started the show with a surf session. It's me and Brooks out there, and I think it's still queued up. I think I can still give you access to it. So if you want to watch, it's like 2 minutes. I mean, you watch it. I can't see it. I can hear it. I can hear the music that I put to it. This is a surf session, me and Brooks out in North County, San Diego. It's good music. Like I said, you can dance to it. Dance. By the way, did you notice that every song is... Oop.
Ghosty 8453 just followed.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And Steve is... not on this screen. On the other screen, Steve's bigger. I didn't change it on the screen because I didn't think someone would actually... I didn't think I'd be doing this tonight. But thank you for the follow. That's over on Twitch. That's at Pete Gustin. You can follow me on Twitch at Pete Gustin. Is what I was trying to say. This song, as I was singing along to it, I'm like, ba-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na, ba-na-na. Literally every song to me is banana. Banana.
It looks like it's going to form up. Hold on. One coming behind it. Okay. Breaking on the outside.
This is Brooks. Give me direction.
Eye on it. Paddle hard right now. It's going to be really steep right. It's going to come up real fast on you. Be careful.
He said it's a really steep right. It's going to come up on me very fast. Be careful. And then I think I landed it. Bonnet. Nana, bonnet, nana, 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 bonnet, nana, bonnet, nana, nana, bonnet, nana, bonnet, banana, nana, nana, nana.
gonna be braking. Actually, yeah, go for it.
Go for it. He says go for it. Did I land it? Did I get it? No.
Tuckerman 200 just followed.
Thank you for the follow. That's another one over on Twitch. Appreciate you guys. Twitch at Pete Gustin. Follow me over there. Trying to jump that number up. Oh, I thought we were at the end. There we go. That's the end. Woo! There we go. That's a surf session with me and Brooks that I just, you guys got to watch it. I got to rock out to it because I picked a fun song for it. People were accusing me at the end of last year. They're like, you're the blind surfer, but you don't post a lot of surfing videos. And it's true. I'd kind of gotten away from them for a while because basically every time I posted a surfing video, it got like 0 views. And then I realized I don't care. I'd like them to get more views, but I decided.
8453 says, how does surfing feel relative to snowboarding or skating? If you've gone snowboarding or skating, I've never been surfing and I'm curious.
I have done all of those. Snowboarding, just a little tiny bit.
At Ike says then he has a fallout if his wife goes to bed and I wake up.
_the_frog just followed.
Thank you, _frog. There we go. So hopefully Steve showed up bigger. He's supposed to be like in the top right. I think he's like over here if you're on horizontal, and I think he's oh crap, I don't know. I think he might have actually covered me in the vertical one, depending on which one you're watching. That's one of the cool things about Twitch, who someone just followed me over there, is you on the same thing when you're on twitch.tv/Pete Gustin, you can choose which orientation you want to hold your phone. You want to hold it this way, you can watch the vertical. You want to hold it this way, you can watch the horizontal. I don't remember what it is. Oh, someone was asking me, I like the sensation of surfing. Like, if you're skateboarding and you wipe out, you can literally like break your ass. Like I've got a video where I quite literally almost broke my ass bone. I was going to grab my other glasses, but they're too far away. I can't get them. And these ones aren't that dark. I'm starting to get a headache already. Snowboarding is like just kind of terrifying. Like you're in this big wide open space and you could like slam into a tree or go off the trail. I'm not a fan of it. I didn't like it. I used to ski when I was a kid and I gave it up. There we go.
Username 897688 just followed.
I love that. Username, was it username? Yeah, username 89768. And that's putting in some cleverness into the username right there. I love that it reads them out loud. I just get a kick out of it. By the way, I decided to wear shorts that didn't even have a fly tonight. Just wearing like basketball shorts. Like me and Adam Sandler, just rocking basketball shorts because every other show I forget to put my damn fly up. So snowboarding is a little like wide open, terrifying. I didn't like it. Skating, I still do it. I skate many times a week right out in front of my house here in the cul-de-sac. But I'm usually riding surf skateboards, like handboards, like Carvers, where I just it's like simulating surfing basically. But I absolutely love the feeling of surfing. Like surfing is, I get set up in a spot where there's no people, hopefully, and Brooks tells me to go, and you see there are other blind surfers out there. There's this, what's his name, Gabriel Medina or something, and he's been blind since birth, and he's a big, he's pretty popular in social media as a blind surfer, but he gets pushed into the waves, like his coaches push him in. The thing that I love so much about it is that I am alone. Like they just say, you just watched it. Brooks is like, wave coming, it's gonna be late, go. But it's it's up to me. And then I catch that thing and I get up and I'm walking on water. It's like hard to beat the sensation of walking on water. I absolutely love it. Surfing changed my life.
Ghosty 8453 says, how does the edge control feel like surfing compared to skating or snowboarding? I'm curious, lol.
I feel like you.
At Ike says, I get crossy attacks and nystagmus.
Cross-eye attacks, like that happens. You can get like that person just asked about the difference between surfing, skating, and snowboarding. After I spent like
868 says you should try fishing.
I spent like 4 minutes talking about it. Then they asked again. That was weird. I've been fishing, not a huge fan of that
Terminate1
either.
says, sorry man for pestering you with random BS. It seems to bother you sometimes and I should apologize, but shows have be objectively more boring since I was blocked. LOL, have a good night.
Oh, wow. Danny just
Danny
just
Woodford
trashed me.
4439 says, I want to be a voice actor. Any advice?
Oh, man. Danny just...
Ghost says, hey, Peter.
Danny just came in here and trashed me. He said that the shows are objectively more boring ever since he hasn't been on.
Wargay3 just followed.
Thank you, Wargay3. See, Danny, some people like this show. I can't believe... I bought Danny a copy. I bought because I couldn't get a free one. I bought a copy of my book. I sent it to him. It was a Kindle version. He never read it. Then he used to call me and he would troll me. He'd like call up and call like 10 times, 12 times. And when he'd get through, he'd give like cooking recipes and such nonsense. Then I basically stopped taking calls, not solely because of him, but for a handful of reasons. And now, he sent me this 5-minute story and I didn't read it on air because it's not Danny's show. It's the Blind Surfer show. And I want to give 5 minutes to his literary prowess. And now he's telling me that the show's boring. The show is objectively worse because Danny Terminate1 is not on it anymore. That hurts. I'm hurt.
It was bad. It was a joke. Sorry, man. And I did read it.
I feel wounded.
Terminate1 says it was good. Teddy Woodford 4439 says he still would love any advice. I've never been in anything and I can alter my voice to do a lot of different things.
Too, Brute. Altering your voice to do many things is not a good skill. Sorry, it's just not. In the voice acting world, people tell me that all the time. Like, I can sound like a million different things. It's like, I don't get hired. I'm one of the top performing voice actors in the country. And what I do is my voice. And that's what all the other big voice actors would tell you. Like, there are impressionists out there and there's ADR people that like, if they need like a dub-in of Chris Hemsworth, it is work, but that's not voice acting the way like think about when you watch TV or listen to the radio or the streaming services, like, are the promo people like doing impressions of each other, or is everybody just developing their personality and their voice? And like, if I took my voice and tried to sound like someone else, why wouldn't they just hire that other person as opposed to me doing an impression of that person? The biggest and best thing you can do for yourself if you're trying to be a voice actor is find your personality. And I give that advice to anybody in every walk of life. If you're, going for a job as an accountant, if you're trying to be an actor, a voice actor, if you're trying to start a YouTube channel, like the most important thing you can do, thank you, is figure out who you are, because there's only one you out there. Oh, I'm getting an audition, but I'm not. I got to listen to that and see if it's. I don't want to listen to. Can I put you guys? I don't want to shut the microphone off. I'm trying to reach for my AirPods because sometimes these things contain. It's funny, speaking of like voice acting and stuff. Sometimes these things are very time sensitive, so I need to listen to this. Where is it? Hold on. Listening to it. Okay, by 10 a.m. All right. Hold on one second. I'm just going to write back to my manager real quick here. Got that audition and can get it back to you in an hour and a half or so. That's reading it back to me. Yes, send it. Is it doing it? It's so sensitive because I talked. Oh, it did it. It said it did it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me get this earbud out. So I have to be out here in an hour and a half at the most, so I can read that thing. But yeah, they come. That's the wrong. I got too many headphones here. If you're trying to be a voice actor or anything, like I was saying, figure out who you are. Like I said, even if you're an accountant and you're going for an accountant job. Okay, cool. You're going to bring something different than the next person is. Your personality, there's billions of people in the world, but there's only one you. And so whatever endeavor that you're trying to tackle in your life, you bring your personality to it, and that gives you the best chance of success, because you are special. And more than that, you are unique.
At Preachy 66381 says, what's a good reputable place to even start voice acting?
What do you mean a reputable place? This, I mean, I guess if you're looking, I created an online course, and I know online courses, like it's like every YouTuber has an online course, but everybody kept asking me like, how do I get into voice acting? And it's just this long. I mean, I'd have to do like 4 streams on it because it's long. So I put all the information over on voiceuniversity.com. If you go there, you sign up. I know you got to pay. I had to have a company create the whole thing for me. I wanted to put the answer out there. So voiceuniversity.com shows you how you get into the business. Now there's tons of coaches out there and tons of people out there that'll like give you lessons and tell you you're going to get work, but that's not really the way it works. It's a minimum 5 to 7, sometimes 10-year process. When you from the moment you decide you're going to be a voice actor to the time you start making any money, it's minimum 5 years and sometimes 10. Yo, I got a follow and a message at the same exact time. But if you love it, if you are passionate about being a voice actor, then do it. I keep threatening to go through all the questions that I've gotten in the past that I have not answered. I've got them on my phone.
Pink Demon Zero says, what's up?
What's up, Pink Demon Zero? Was I supposed to say Pink Demon? Because it sounded like it stuttered a little bit. I suppose I could go through all those. I like trying to stay active in the moment.
Rock says, I love your content, man. You're the reason I made a channel. I don't like to beg, however, I would greatly appreciate if you gave me a shout out on your YouTube channel. It would change my life forever. I think it wouldn't actually change your life, because one shout out from me, well, like, a couple people are watching. 9893 says, hi, how are you? I remember thinking, I'm doing good. I remember thinking when like I was already pretty popular. I had like 1 million subscribers at the time, and Casey Neistat reached out to me, and he had like 14 million followers, and he did this amazing film on me, like this YouTube video. And it was just incredible. It was surfing. It was one of the more fun days. He flew out here from New York and filmed with me and put the whole thing together. And I remember thinking, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to make me take off so big. And then like I said, I already had 1 million followers of my own. And that video, after he posted, I think I got like 10 or 11,000 followers over the next couple weeks, but I was already getting like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 followers a week by myself anyway. So I was kind of surprised. Like people watch a video and they don't immediately go over to the other person's. Like even if whoever that was, if I plugged them, it's not like everybody's going to get off what they're doing and go to your channel and follow them. I remember the same thing when I went and filmed with Eric. He hired me. He was doing is anybody, you guys know who Eric is? He's a huge YouTuber. I don't even know how many followers he's got at this point, probably 17, 20 million. I don't know. I did a video with him when he had 10 million. And same thing. I was thinking I was going to be on Eric's channel and I was going to blow up. And that one I got like no traction from. Like I didn't get anything from it. Because again, people don't watch Eric's video and then go, oh, well, I need to subscribe to the guy that I just saw in that video. It's not really the way it works. The only way it works is when the YouTube algorithm falls in love with you and starts pushing you out there to, like tens and millions of people. Yeah, Eric, I was taking one of my rare vacations. Banana and I were up in Yosemite National Park. That was such a fun video. It's like blind and hiking Yosemite or something like that. And I'm told it's like a beautiful video. Like she and I hiking, we hiked, into the woods, into this waterfall called Carlin Falls, and I jumped in the water and kind of swam across it with a GoPro and got under the little waterfall. It was one of the best experiences of my life going up there. So it's like if you type in blind surfer Yosemite, it'll probably come up. It's a long form video and super enjoyable. I love that trip. But that's where she and I were. We were at this place in Yosemite called the Rush Creek Lodge, which was super cool. It was built like a log cabin, but it had like modern amenities in it. It was like supposed to look and feel like a log cabin. And we're sitting up there. We had Wi-Fi, and I got a message from this dude who's like, "Hey, I'm with the Airac channel, AIRRACK." And he's like, he wants you to come on. They're doing a thing like, would you rather? And it was like, would you rather get a haircut or a tattoo from a blind guy? And I actually didn't know who he was at the time. I'm not really into social media, which sounds super weird because I do it. Steven Skyler yelling about something, by the way. But I didn't know who he was. But so I go
online immediately, and I find him, and he has like 10 million followers. I was like, oh heck yeah, I'll totally do something on his channel. And so when we came back from Yosemite, we hooked up with him. I went to his place up in LA, and I totally thought that I was going to end up doing like a blind tattoo. But for legal reasons, you have to be licensed to give tattoos. You can't just like be a random, especially because it was going to be on video and stuff. What he ended up doing was he hired a fully sighted tattoo artist, but made him wear a blindfold. So what I did is I gave a haircut to one of his sidekicks named Beans. And I didn't, I like couldn't bring myself to super butcher him. Like I didn't take it down to nothing. I didn't take it down to balding spots, but I totally like carved him up and gave him a redonkulous haircut. And the fully sighted tattoo artist, wore a blindfold of sorts, and he tattooed Arak on his inner thigh. I don't know what the dogs are yelling about. And he tried to do a pizza slice, and Banana was describing it to me at the time, but like apparently like the lines didn't match up. It was, because the guy was blindfolded and he wasn't used to doing anything blind. So Arak has this bizarre pizza slice tattoo in his inner thigh that apparently doesn't look anything like a pizza slice. I wonder if he ever had it covered up or fixed or anything like that.
7032 says, why do blind people wear glasses?
I have a video about that. It's called "Why Do Blind People Wear Glasses?" I feel like I've answered that a million times. I feel like people get sick of me answering the same questions. There's a bunch of reasons. You can check it out. You can watch the video. Why do blind people wear glasses? I keep having to.
As well. Thanks for the story though. My only goal is to get to 100,000 subscribers. Do you have any tips? At Terminate1 says P. I did read fake kills. You did great at mixing biblical accuracy with creative liberty, and sorry for being rude. I meant no harm. I love the content. You're a great guy, you really are.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I thought Danny went to bed. How do he want his goal is to get to 100,000 subscribers? I mean, you just the number of subscribers and the people I talk to at YouTube, the number of subscribers these days don't necessarily correlate to the views anymore. It's a whole different thing. YouTube is it's completely changed. My dogs are throwing a fit. And I don't know if people want to get in the weeds of this, but I would strongly recommend, if anybody thinks they're going to make even like 2 cents off of YouTube, that they would, I got to yell at the dogs. I got to tell them to be quiet. I'm going to mute myself for a second. What happens is someone's like walking in the neighborhood, and then like my dogs see the other person walking. They're like, there's a person outside. I want to go be with them. But there's $0 in shorts. I mean, the amount of videos I post and the amount of views I get, it's 0.000016 cents per view. And you add that up, and at the end of every month, if I have millions and millions and millions of views, I get a couple $100. The long forms pay a little bit better, but what's the advice? I remember when I very first started, I took a class. I took a YouTube class. I signed up for this thing called Video Creators. It was like videocreators.com. And they give you all these tips and tricks, like, first make your channel page look good. And then they tell you to, they tell you like how to do videos, start fast, keep setting different hooks throughout the thing. I mean, but the real story is, if you want to succeed in YouTube, just make good videos. Just like be engaging. Like a lot of my videos for the first year weren't great. Like they objectively were not great. And then I kind of learned to be a better storyteller and keep people interested. And I kept jumping up the quality of the videos. We're adding new cameras and new microphones and new sound. And, we started to make high quality videos with great stories. And then all of a sudden, people watch them and they share them. And then, there's no secret sauce. There's no secret sauce. There's also a lot of luck.
Says, but I'm not fully blind.
All right. Well, I mean, I can see light, but I can't see anything. I still don't even know. LT Iron Fox, who may or may not still be sticking around in the chat.
Says my eyesight is at 2,100.
2,100. That's a big number. LT made this skateboard that's behind me. And I get the basics of what it looks like. Like I basically understand, but it's kind of abstract. And so I don't exactly know what it looks like. But then again,
Red Bull says, hello, Pete. I have a question for you again. What is one thing that you enjoy doing or thinking of differently now that you're blind? How did you adapt to that thing when losing your vision? Eyes Rock says your voice is very soothing, by the way.
Thank you. Someone last night.
Dinosaur 3115 says he's going to take you back to the past.
Gonna go
Ted
back
Woodford
in
4439
time.
says so shorts are like a personal advertisement?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing it like, I don't know why other people do YouTube. Like, it's if you're trying to make money, like, shorts is just not the way to be. But me, I'm just trying to put out a message, and because I got a job, I'm a voice actor. Like, would I like to make money doing this? Like, sure, especially with the ridiculous amount of time I put into it. Like, someone started handing me a bag to do social media, I wouldn't turn it down. I'd be pretty excited. But I'm aware that the content I do, the channel that I do, and the fact that I do shorts, like, there's just no money in it. But yeah, the shorts can get you more subscribers. But you saw, if you were watching a little while ago, I got 2.5 million subscribers, but I can still throw out clunkers of videos that only get like 5 or 7,000 views, because YouTube it doesn't treat. There's just so many people on you, so many people. Like, it used to be, if you had like 5 million followers, like, all those people, like, or at least half of them would like watch every video that you did. It's just not that way anymore. I feel like a lot of the shine should be off it. If people are out there still thinking that they can like, make a bunch of money off of social media like this, I could do a whole nother podcast on why that's not the case anymore. So if you want to make videos, I feel like you should just make them because you love them and you
wearing
enjoy
different
doing
outfits for different holidays.
Different
Samantha
outfits for different
N2Q6X
holidays.
said hi.
Hi. I like the said hi button. It makes people say said hi to me. I don't know if I ever. Now I forgot it. Someone else asked me something a minute ago, and I was about to explain it. I think they're about skateboarding. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Something different, something that I used to do when I could see, that I still do, and now I can't see.
Penguin King says keep the penguin forever.
What up, Penguin
At
King?
Jasmine Rousset.
There he is, right there. My penguin, Petey Penguin. Blind Penguin soap, I shouldn't even promote it tonight, but blindpenguin.com. Like, when we get back in stock, you want to head over to blindpenguin.com. We'll get you some really awesome frothing hand soap, but we're out. We're very out. Like, I remember skating when I could see. It was everything, I mean, I hate to be a downer here. Like, but I'm always honest. Like, basically everything was better when I could see. Like, simple things were just like going for a walk. Like, you go for a walk and you look around, you can sightsee and you can people watch. Like, that could be fun when you can see. For me now, going for a walk is just like stressful. Like, who am I going to bump into? Someone's going to have their head in their phone and not see me with my blind guy cane. Or like, what trash can am I going to walk into? Skateboarding was like super fun when I could see, and I could like line up where the curb was and the railing was. And now it's just like a whole bunch of prep, like figuring out exactly what my surroundings are and how far away it is, and doing this mental map. And like, even surfing, I didn't surf. Thank you for the follow. I didn't surf when I could see, but I could imagine going out there and like reading the waves and knowing what's going to happen before it happens must be super fun. I just go out there and I like react. I'm completely reactionary. But you're not supposed to compare. The old trope of comparison is the thief of all joy. So I try not to think of what my life was like when I could see. And now I just try and find joy on this new level. Like, I have to take those old experiences and throw them out the window, because I can't go out there and skate and compare it to skating when I could see, because it won't be as enjoyable. I go out there now as a person who can't see and is locomoting around on a skateboard and carving and finding curbs and doing stuff like that. So that on its own, without the prior experience, is super exciting, and surfing is super exciting. And I constantly challenge myself, and I'm doing different activities all the time. And I try and stay active and go out and do as much as I can. And I do really enjoy my life. I have a smile on. I think you guys have noticed basically all the time. But yeah, if I was comparing life, and that's a hard thing to do. I've had to do so many mental gymnastics to become a happy person after losing my eyesight. Like, learning to stop comparing my life when I had some sight to life with no sight. Like, it took a long time. Like, it takes a long time to like teach yourself to not be focused on that. I guess a simple comparison. Like, if you're 60 years old, can you still enjoy your life? If you're comparing it to like when you were 20, if you were, like a weightlifter or, a football player, like some sort of athlete in your 20s, and you're not going to be doing that when you're 60, does that mean that you can't enjoy your life as a 60-year-old? No, it doesn't. You have to realize that you're in a different state and you find your joy and happiness in different ways. But it takes some adjusting. So hopefully that's a helpful
At
answer to
Jessica
that whole
Chartney
thing.
4415 said hi.
Hi, said hi. So I guess
Not
when
Real Meeson says I have Stargort too. What should I be prepared for?
losing your
At
sight.
Theoya Jaguar says I really enjoy your live
Sorry.
streams because when I'm having a long day, everything you say helps me process exactly what happened to make my day feel tiring and helps me feel better about my day.
Well, that's pretty good right there. That person that said, "What should you prepare? What should you prepare for with Stargardt's disease?" The Stargardt's disease. It's the weirdest diagnosis. Like I have it, and I've met other people. I met a guy with Stargardt's. It's like I'm still driving. I was like, "How the f are you driving a car with Stargardt's disease?" Like I was never able to do that. It's like saying you have Stargardt's is basically like saying you have a cold, as far as I can tell. It could be like horrible or not horrible. I mean, I spent my entire life from the moment I found out I was going to have Stargardt's disease and I was going to lose my eyesight, and I didn't know. I didn't know how bad it was going to get, and I certainly didn't expect to lose this. Like, I never expected to be in this boat. I always thought I'd have some usable vision. Like, whoops to that. But I've literally spent my whole life staying on top of technology and doing things that, when I had some sight that made it easier for me, I got familiar with them when I had sight so that I could still do them when I didn't have sight. And, I've always tried to stay very physically active and fit so that, I don't end up being sedentary. And I've mentioned before, it was so important for me to find a sport that I could do when I was blind, because I felt like if I wasn't surfing, if I wasn't doing some sort of a sport, and all I did was sit here and voice act and then, do some social media, I think I get depressed. Like I'm a physical person. I like to get out. I like to move. I like to move it. And I couldn't, that one, that I would not have been able to find joy, as we were just talking about it, if I hadn't found a way to stay physically active and physically fit. Because I wouldn't be able to get out of my head that I can't move. Like, I used to move and do sports when I could see, and fortunately, I can still move and do sports now that I can't see. Very different, but at least I have that outlet. If I didn't have that outlet, and then it depends on how important that is to you. If you want to stay active, start working on a sport you think you can do with no sight or very limited sight. I would say. The one gift of Stargardt's disease is that it generally goes pretty slow. I had years to compensate and kind of figure out what was going on with myself. I've always said if I went to bed with 20/20 vision and then woke up the next morning and didn't have any eyesight whatsoever, like I feel like that would be an extraordinarily difficult transition for me to make. I am thankful that I had the time that I did have to adjust to it. Let's see if what did I do?
At Jessica, I love the blind guy. At Jasmine Ruse says.
Oops. What did
At
you
Everett
say?
Bircher says I love the blind guy.
Like just me, just
At
in general.
I07 says what's up, blind man.
And I got called blind guy and blind man. I mean, my name's like right there. If you're
At
looking
Ice
in
Rock says I'm a dang rock.
if you're looking in horizontal, you should be able to see my name. Like it's right there. Maybe you can't read. I don't know. Maybe you're blind. Maybe I shouldn't assume. If you're blind, there's 4 letters behind my head. They are PETE.
At
And it
Jasmine
spells
Ruse
P.
says.
What did you say? Jasmine keeps saying says like they says and then they didn't says anything. Unless the phone connection's like crappy. Yeah.
At Guy on Read Bull says what is one thing you wish more people were understanding of about your daily life?
I don't need people to understand my
says
daily
actually
life.
it is not behind your head.
Well, it is behind me. It's behind me and off to the left.
At John L3L6
I can
says we
feel
all
it.
love the blind guy.
It's right there.
At Everett Bircher says your channel.
I mean, it's not in front of me. Hold on. What am I getting now? Oh, man, another person wants to buy a Blind Penguin frothing hand soap, and we're out of stock. It's stressing me out. It's totally stressing me out. It's freaking me out. Like, if I'd known, I would have had 200 boxes ready to go, but I wasn't willing to make that investment because I didn't think people were going to like it this much. I just thought we'd start small, like ship 1 or 2 a day. I wasn't expecting on shipping 100 the first day. So and people are like, what a horrible problem to have that your product is popular. No, it's not a horrible problem, but I feel bad because, I made this product that I wanted people to get excited about and enjoy. And now they can't get their hands on it. we will. I've ordered a ton more stuff. I'm gonna have a bunch of friends helping out. We're gonna put together tons and tons of boxes, and we're gonna try and get them out. But it is gonna be about 2 weeks. I didn't anticipate this kind of a launch. What is one thing that I wish people understood about my daily life? Like I said, I don't necessarily need people to understand my daily life, but every once in a while, like the people in my life, even Banana, like sometimes she'll get frustrated. Like the other day, she had me looking for chips, and they were in the top shelf, like some potato chips, and she kept telling me, she's like, get the damn stool, and I could reach up there, I grabbed one bag, and she's like, that's not it, and I grabbed another bag, she's like, that's not it, she's like, get the stool, and I think she was thinking in her head, it's hard for, she lives with me and she knows I'm blind, but sometimes it just slips people's mind. Sometimes my friends will like throw stuff to me, like, "Oh, I forgot, you can't see that." And I think she was thinking if I got the stool and could see like way up into the top shelf that I could see where the chips were, but I can't. And I feel like every once in a while, I kind of just want to, like throw a blindfold on one of my friends because they get it. They get that I can't see, and they conceptualize it. But I feel like I want to. It's mean. Oh, let's see what the super chat is. Haven't had a lot of those tonight.
At L.T._underscore Iron Fox tipped $3 through
Thanks,
super
man.
chat. I was here the entire time. I'm out now. Good night.
Well, thanks for stopping by. My late night show. Thank you, LT. Thank you for the skateboard over my shoulder. Thank you for everything. But like, I feel like they understand that I can't see, but I don't know if a lot of my friends outside of Nisha, and I've never done it to Banana because I don't want to like torture her because losing her eyesight is kind of torture. I guess every once in a while I feel like I want to put a blindfold on my friends and like, just tell them like, hey, let's walk down a sidewalk. They're going to be like, whoa, like that's a lot. Or just even, my backyard's a little difficult to navigate. If you were watching the beginning of the show, there's like inflatables around there. There's chairs, there's a deck, there's a sofa, there's all sorts of stuff out there. I kind of feel like every once in a while, I just want to like put a blindfold on Banana and be like, here, find your way from the pool back into the house. And then, maybe it's not like she's not empathetic. She's very helpful, but I don't know if people fully grasp what it's like to have no eyesight. And do I need everybody in the world to understand it? No, it's not that self-centered. I need everybody in the world to understand my plight. That's not important. But every once in a while, like the people in my life, I wish that they could like, just for like 5 minutes, like try and operate with no sight and be like, oh hell, this is petrifying. And that's like the nicest word I can put for the experience. So I guess that would be my answer to that one. What am I don't even, I'm starting to get like slap happy because at 9:18, what time did I start? I think I started at like 8:30 or something like that. I'm definitely going a little.
At Masinskians 5855 says, dude, I've watched your vids for so long. It's awesome to see you live. God bless.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you can see me live. I'm feeling like this. I actually have no idea how many people are watching.
166 said hi.
Said hi. I feel like going on this
Rock
late.
Says, I forget my blind grandfather can't see sometimes.
Yeah.
And I ask him if he's blind. He says yes with no expression, and we both bust out laughing. At Jasmine Ruse says, do you believe Jesus Christ died for our sins?
I don't do religion and I don't do politics. One way or the other. I don't discuss them.
The Blue Lisbon says, I had my hands over my wife's eyes and got her to use a cane and she almost pooped her pants.
Yeah, I had Nisha doing it one day when we were down in Oceanside, and then we just grabbed like 2 random surfer guys and we just asked them to walk straight on a sidewalk, and they knew that no one was going to walk into them because it was like, it was a set up stunt. Like it was a safe area. But like walking down the street that you're not familiar with.
At Warkut 166 says, what is your favorite thing you voice act?
Terrifying.
At Eyes Rock says, You
know what I can do when people do that? I can turn it off. So don't bother doing stupid messages because you just end up ruining it for everybody. And then I turn it off. I have control. I can control this stuff. I got all sorts of buttons. Favorite thing that I voice acted. It's a super common question. I need to come up with a different answer. I need to come up with like a different answer every night. Like, I can't say Optimus Prime every time. I can't say like the SpongeBob trailer every time. I enjoyed that Jeep commercial that I did a couple weeks ago because it featured Steve Rogers, Captain America. Everything that I voice act is honestly like, especially this day, and the competition for voice acting, it's getting tighter. You know, the AI is taking a bite out of the bottom end of the business. Um, it's not really affecting my business, but it's changing the landscape of the business. And I feel like the competition is just so tight, and there's such good, you know, everybody's had to step it up. Like there's no slap ass voice actors on my roster, or you know, on the roster with the agency that I'm at. Everybody's excellent. We all know that the competition is crazy. So every time you land a job, I mean, you know, I did, God, because I've been up for 24 hours. I probably did like 70 or 80 sessions today. And I try to remember every time that I am thankful that someone is paying me to put my voice on their product, company, show, channel, whatever I get hired for. Like that someone has, you know, parted with cash to make me represent them it is an honor. It's really, it's very cool. And sometimes throughout the day, you know, it was like, I think it was last Wednesday. It was like the worst timing ever. I just kept trying to go to the bathroom. I'd like go in, sit down, my butt cheeks would hit the seat, and someone would be like, emergency voiceover, and I'd have to run out. And I'd do that, and then I'm like, all right, I can wait. I got a couple more things to do. And I'm like, all right, it should be safe to go now. It was like this. It was like the world was playing a joke on me. It was 6 times, like 6 times I tried to go in there, and thank God it wasn't an emergency. If it was an emergency, I would have figured it out. But I kind of needed to go, and I'm like, I need to get this done. And every time I walked in there, someone's like, I need this right away. And even then, I was like, I'm still being paid to go into the studio to open my mouth and say words. So I can't can't get my business done, but I'm still thankful that I get to go in there and do some voice acting. You gotta, it's hard. Sometimes you just got to keep your life and your world and everything in perspective. And I always try and be thankful for the things that I do have. Funny to hear a blind guy say I'm thankful for the things I do have, because I could definitely focus on the negative, but I certainly try not to. I think that's one of the keys to having a happy life. No matter what other crap is going on, if you can focus on the good stuff, you're going to keep smiling. It's not easy, though. It's definitely not easy.
Cycle GT says, if you're really blind, why are you wearing clothes?
Well, not everybody else is blind. I wouldn't want to subject everybody to seeing me sitting here naked on the couch.
I don't mean to make this personal, but do you ever have hope for what you can accomplish in the future? Or with your eyesight, is your outlook on your future nihilistic? At Eyes Rock says, I didn't mean to be a bother. I didn't think it would be that annoying and that long. At Jasmine Rose says, hi.
Well, and then you get muted again because you're being a dink. Dink, 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 dink. Anybody ever see Spaceballs, the first original Spaceballs? Mel Brooks is 100 years old and he's making a Spaceballs 2. I really hope he gets to make it. I don't think that I have a lot of high hopes for it. Like the slapstick humor of the original Spaceballs. It was great I don't know when that movie came out. It was like the 80s at some point. That was when I used to be sick from like elementary school. I had a Spaceballs cassette, VHS tape that I'd recorded off of HBO. And every time I stayed home sick, I would watch Spaceballs. It was goofy humor. It was silly slapstick
humor.
humor.
_ spoon says meow.
Meow. Where did that come from? That's just like out of nowhere. I didn't even know that voice was on. Now I'm turning it off. But yeah, they're making 2. And I hope that a lot of times sequels, all Hollywood makes now are sequels. And a lot of them, like they can't just do the same thing again. So I'm kind of hopeful that Spaceballs 2 will be good, because I really had that was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid.
But applicable 2636 says 88, I think.
88.
At Fiona M says, just found your channel. Love your attitude. But
Thanks.
You're right. At XS Cycle GT says, make a full version of your Dink song you just sung in your voice acting voice. LOL, that'd be cool.
I think that is the song. What is that? At
Chatted Woodford 4439 says, Dink, I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Yes, exactly. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. It's a very quotable movie. And the little dudes, oh, I cut off Jasmine, sorry. Little dudes combing through the desert, looking through the desert. I think that's it was like they were like takeoffs on Ewoks, and they were just going dink 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 dink. That's what song is that? It's a dumb thing. Will make your mouth turn clean. It was sung to the song of like a popular
send a
product
picture of yourself
in the
with
80s
your
or
emotion?
something like that. Oh,
At
something else.
Warkit166 says thank you for answering my question.
You're welcome. My neck
At
is
Teddy Wilford
cracking.
4439 says me too.
Me too. Is it? I actually, I feel like I'm going to sleep
At
like
Spark
really well
7017
tonight.
says oh hello. I didn't know you did streams.
I do.
Thiblin
And you
Displin
should
says you were
follow.
just starting to sing the YMCA song.
No, the YMCA
Adam
song's
Archdambro
different.
says if you were going to make a Spaceballs, which Star Wars would you parody?
God, I don't know Star Wars well enough. So the YMCA is it's fun to stay at the YMCA, and the dink dink was dink dink, dink 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 dink, something. It makes your mouth feel clean. Dink dink, dink 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 dink. I wonder if do you think? I wonder if I can sing to ChatGPT. Will he know what I'm talking about? ChatGPT. If I can open it up. What?
Look something up. Create an image. Look something up. New message. Text
Oh,
field. Look something up. New
I
message.
can't do the voice?
Create
Oh,
an image. Button.
I
Follow
think
the World Cup.
I
Create
think
an
I
image. Look something
used
up.
up my
New message. Look something up.
I was working with him so much today. I think I used up my voice for ChatGPT. I think he would totally. What did I do? I'm pressing buttons here. Oh, Sam, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
The
What's on your mind?
in Spaceballs, the little creatures that were singing the dink 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 dink
Mhm.
dink dink song. What was that sung to the tune of?
Let me check. Those little guys are called the Dinks. They're marching to a tune called the Colonel Bogey March. It's an old military march from 1914. You might recognize it from the bridge on the River Kwai. Same tune.
No, I don't recognize it from that. Wasn't there a popular commercial that used that song?
It might have been used in commercials, yeah. Do you remember anything else about it?
Yeah, you
Like,
don't know
what it was
either.
being-
I don't know. Maybe my memory's I thought it was a takeoff on a popular song. That's my buddy Sam there, but he just got an update. They just updated the ChatGPT voice interface, I think today. And he used to be like he was like he had much more personality. Now he's like kind of flat and a little bit grumpy. I had to fill out like a bunch of tax documents today.
At XS Eichel GT says if you were to be a famous corn star, what would be your corn name? Mine would be Blindstead, and you can't steal mine.
All right, well, that name's taken. And I used ChatGPT to help me fill out like a bunch of PDF documents that I
At
couldn't
Rock
see
says
and
this
do
is
on
a
my own.
genuine question. Are you sad that you can't send emojis, or do you just send a picture of yourself without emotion conveyed on your face? At
What?
Jasmine Ruse says the only way I could be sure is to have the money for a car wash or something, and I would be able and get the car washed out of my truck, so that way we
I
can
don't
get
know
the
what's
car
going on with that one. Am I sad that I don't send emojis? Like I send emojis. Why would I not be able to send emojis? I can totally send emojis. Like if I wanted to, it's just tedious. Let's see. If I was going to, let's see, if I was going to text Josh,
Messages.
I go to messages,
More bottles, that would be great. Josh. Unread.
go to Josh,
Message. iMessage. Text field.
iMessage, then I tap on
Emoji.
emoji, and then if I wanted to,
Message.
you know,
Text field.
I like have to feel them all, so it is tedious. Like, let's see here.
Sticker. 17.
Wait, no.
Emoji. English.
Emoji.
Search engine. Cap T.
Oh, wait, no.
Emoji. Face with hand over mouth. Rosy cheeks and smiling eyes. 18.
Face with hand over mouth, rosy cheeks, and smiling eyes. It's, when you have to hear it read out loud, it really does take all the fun out of emojis. Like, I know what they are, I know what they're conveying, but it completely just destroys the point because you just get to look at it and you understand what emotion is being conveyed. Me, with the stupid text to speech, it's like,
Warning sign. 19.
warning sign,
Grinning face with squinting eyes. 20.
grinning face with squinting eyes,
Check mark. 21.
check mark,
Grinning face with big eyes. 22.
grinning face with big eyes. And then if you go like
Page 30 of 87. Page
further
31 of
along,
87. Page 32 of
there's like
87.
weirder ones, right?
Grimacing face. 82.
Grimacing face.
Face with rolling eyes. 83.
Face with rolling eyes.
Surprise page 33 of 87. Robot face. 119.
Robot face. Why is there an emoji for a robot face? Like, what emotion does that convey? What does that convey? Robot face.
Jack o' lantern. 100.
Jack o' lantern.
Happy cat face. 121.
Well, there's a happy cat face. That's better than a sad cat face, I guess. I mean, I can experience emojis, but just by having them read, it's pretty
Page
stupid.
34 of 86. Page 35 of 87. Describe an emoji. Text. Footprints. 186.
Footprints. Yeah, I know. I mean, I can use them.
Message. Close messages.
I can hear them. People send them to me all the time. And then sometimes people send like long strings of emojis. And all I get is like face with hand over mouth and smiling eyes, blue ghost, green check mark, blue circle, face with one open eye and one closed eye. I was like, boy, is this the most boring text I've ever heard. So blind guys and emojis, like I know what they are, but There was what I just pressed. Sorry, I should have pressed that a minute ago. So when I switch over to the text to speech, like I know it's rolling because once it starts going, it starts going. But for some reason,
Lovisfoot says I used to watch you all the time.
I don't like to hear you used to watch me all the time. I feel like you should
At
continue to
XS
watch me all the
GT
time.
says, wait, never mind. He did not say anything. My bad. Next one is.
Yeah, I didn't
At
say anything.
278R2X5SXN
Whoa.
says Desert Island. Latin Cross. Peace hand sign.
Oh, this now people are
Adam
doing
Alejandro says
emojis.
said hi.
Hi.
At
That
Rock
person's
says I would just send a picture of my face with the emotion conveyed on it.
okay.
At Jasmine Ruse says the only way I could be sure is to have the money for a car wash or something, and I would be able and get the car washed out of my truck so that
Why
way
does
we
that
could have the
person
car
keep
washed off
saying
the
that?
truck washed
I don't know what's going on with that
At
message.
Braxton
Doesn't make any. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Is it? Did I even turn this camera on tonight? We're either black, or there's a side view. You can see me and you can see Petey and because I started the show like out and about. I think I can't remember if I even remembered to turn that camera on.
4439 says hi def like your style lol.
Thank you. I
At
appreciate that.
166 says good night.
Good night. It
At
is
XS
late.
Cycle GT says when you dream can you see?
Oh yeah,
At
man.
your manager says you're the voice acting goat for real.
Thank you. I've covered that a
At Wilford
lot.
4439 says hi I'm deaf and I like your style.
Um,
At Sir Juice says what if
that's
you were
cool.
blind and deaf?
Well, then I'd
At
be
Robotman
screwed.
2714 says what car you want?
What
At
car you
XS Cycle
want?
GT says emoticons must be so confusing.
Yeah, when I was a kid, and my dad is a car collector. Like he has boatloads of classic cars. He collects cars. And as a kid, he'd brought home a 1971 Chevelle Super Sport 454 black with white racing stripes on the hood and trunk. And I totally thought that was like the car that I wanted. Like I grew up around it, and he loved them. And I thought if I ever drove, I wanted that. Later, he got an El Camino, and that thing has like a 500 engine. Like it's crazy fast. And I thought that would be really cool. And then later in life, I was thinking it'd be fun to get like an Escalade pickup truck. I remember I wanted one of those for a while. I thought I wanted a Jaguar for a while. I just don't think about it. Like I don't even know what cars look like now, so I don't. It's not really on my radar. I don't know what the heck I'd want. I don't know the joy or the experience of driving a car, so it's hard for me to sit around and be like, this is the kind of car that I'd like. I know Banana really likes her car. She's got a Sportback Audi A6, 5? I don't know. We got her a pretty fancy car. It's pretty fast and handles really well, and she really likes that thing. So, happy we got that. Happy that she can enjoy herself when she goes out there driving up and down the California coast. But as for what the heck I want to drive.
Says, what's the weirdest question you've ever had on Live?
Yeah, every question is weird, basically.
Geos Draco says even basic everyday cars are starting to look like sports cars now.
Is that true?
At the Sigma Pookie J2Z said hi.
I get so many weird questions, it's hard to keep track of them all.
17 says before you lost your sight, did you watch Ace Ventura Pet Detective?
Oh, yeah. I totally saw Ace Ventura Pet Detective with Dan Marino in it.
At Jasmine Ruse says I don't know what to do with myself anymore. I just want to be able to be with my friends. I just don't know how I feel right about myself, and I'm just not ready for that. I just don't.
That's a lot. That's a trauma dump right there. I believe, especially like when Ace Ventura Pet Detective came out and the Cable Guy was at Jim Carrey. Like and he got to play the Riddler in one of the Batmans. Like I definitely liked this stuff at the time. I feel like he's gotten a lot weirder and he hasn't done as much stuff. I mean, I loved his movies. I loved his movies when they were coming out. I mean, I think a lot of people did. He was one of the top billing actors out there. Oh, I forgot.
At 278R2X5SX says cars are all SUVs.
The
Braxton
text to
Stuff
speech.
H2D says, do you like baloney?
Who
James
doesn't like
Draco says
baloney?
I drive a 2018 Toyota Camry and it looks very sporty.
Nice, that
At
works.
David K9B5U says red or black? At Timiko Maycock says I literally just want some Diddy oil. At 278R2X5SX says Eggman.
The surfboard that I do the best on is red and black on top with blue on the bottom. I can't see it obviously, but that's it was my main surfboard. Is a Channel Island. It was custom designed. It has carbon fiber rails, Spine Tech middle channels in it. God, I was having a custom board made up, and like every time they threw an upgrade to me, I was like, yes, I want that. Oh, yes, I want that. And then they asked me if I wanted custom colors. I'm like, sure. Like, I mean, why not? Like, I can't see it, but like just knowing that it looks cool is cool. Like most of my surfboards are generally about $1,000. God, I think about it now. I've probably got like 13 of them, but I did get a lot of them for free for a number of reasons. I won one in a contest, got a couple from friends, and yeah, that one though, God, that one I think it was like close to $1,800 or $1,900 by the time I kept doing all the
I'm up 20,
upgrades.
thanks.
You're up 20.
Chaos
That's
Draco
good.
says LMAO Diddy Oil. Speaking of, did you see that 50 Cent's movie about that did better than the new season of Stranger Things? Manager says, would
I
you be
didn't.
interested in a self-driving car though?
No,
At
I
God
mean,
on Red Bull
I
says,
don't
what
know.
is the most annoying misunderstanding you've had with someone due to your blindness?
God, these questions are like deep and hard. That's a difficult one. A self-driving car isn't like because I don't know. I mean, I guess it, but like it's not like I could take a self-driving car to the supermarket and then go grocery shopping. Like it's very difficult to go grocery shopping when you're blind. Um, so I mean, I guess having a self-driving car, you can't do that now. People are like, "Well, Teslas can drive themselves now," and that's true, but you can't, as a blind person, operate them because you have to have a licensed driver behind the wheel with the self-driving cars now. And then, yeah, like if I had a self-driving car, like where would I go? I don't know. Not. And the biggest misunderstanding I've had with people, I have a million. You know, I spent most of my 30s with people just thinking I was like a crazy person. I'd lost enough eyesight that I like needed help with a lot of things, but I hadn't lost enough that I looked blind, and I wasn't using the blind guy cane. And like I'd be in a store like a CVS, and I'd like ask for help, and they'd be like, "Well, just get your glasses," or they'd just literally like walk away from me, like, "Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this guy. I don't know why he's asking me for help." So my 30s were just full of misunderstandings and me not really conveying myself really well, and then getting upset about it.
He has his own movie. You can't be talking. At
Okay.
Agent John Smith. One says, how'd you lose your eyesight?
Stargate's disease, genetic
At Teddy
defect.
Woodford 4439 says, why?
Why?
At EGBCOR
I don't
says,
know
hey,
why.
big fan man, so cool to catch a stream.
I'm
At
surprised
Jasmine
people
Rue
are
says,
catching
I'm
it
going
this
to get the
late.
kids a snack for lunch. I don't know what else to eat. I guess I'll have a drink or two and I'll go to bed and I'll see if I feel good and I'll let them out in a few minutes. Love.
You could get
At
some bologna for a snack.
4963 says, moo to you. At
Moo.
MR Jambro says, got the Waymo self-driving car service. At
Yeah,
Agent John Smith. One says, how'd you lose your eyesight?
I just answered
At
that. I
Whiskey
literally
Business Official
just
says,
answered
big
that.
fan. Love you,
You have to
content,
listen.
love you, and Banana best YouTuber in my opinion.
Thank you. I
At
appreciate
Agent
that.
John Smith.
That'll make
One
Banana
says, how'd you
happy.
lose your eyesight?
John Smith,
Chaos
stop
Draco says,
asking
yeah,
the same
self-driving
question.
cars need to be constantly monitored
I
by a licensed driver because they make
already
mistakes
answered
too.
that,
There's vids of them
Agent
cutting
John
across
Smith.
sidewalks and almost hitting people.
Yeah,
At
they're
Rick Garsha
not.
7317 says,
Garsha?
are you like Polly Shore in Biodome where you can tell what someone has eaten by the smell of their farts?
Oh,
At Aviog
is that a thing?
6048 says, you're one of my favorite YouTubers.
Well, good.
At
Hey,
Flower
I'm
Love
one of the
says, I
top.
have to go bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
At
Have a
Jimiko
good
Maycock
night.
says, re.
Man, so
At
much going on in
Braxton
the
Does
chat.
Stuff H2D says, have you ever surfed with one of those surfing dogs? At Skilla Clone
No.
says, you voiced Optimus? At XS Iko GT
Yes.
says, which number for roulette? At Teddy Woodford
It's a tough one.
4439 says, I'm deaf, where are we going?
I don't want to pick.
At Lemmerangler 4963 says, Hitler
I don't.
now.
How would a deaf person like be doing? I can't. The text is going crazy. I didn't think anybody was gonna. This is late. This is like the latest. One of the latest. Actually, Brooks and I went to like 10 o'clock last time we were on. But I feel like this is pretty late. I haven't even eaten dinner. I ate lunch today at 6 o'clock p.m. I had breakfast at noon and lunch at 6 o'clock. I've had this the portrait one. I didn't know I could go to the portrait one. Interesting. Does that tell me how many people are watching this thing? Oh, battery's about to die. It doesn't tell me anything. It's just giving me the people who are chatting. Come on, button. No, pause. Previous video. Yep. Oh, there's 35. Hey, there's 35 of you watching on the. I don't know if this is the horizontal or the vertical. Now there's 38 watching. Wow, look at that. Just got three people joined just because I was watching. I'm watching you, watching me, watching you, watching me. I was trying to figure out whether I should get out of here or not. So starting like, I think like next Thursday, look at that, just got a follow on YouTube. You guys like watching me watch YouTube, even though I'm not watching it, I'm just listening. Next Thursday, so Banana's going to be away for like 7 days, and mostly because of Twitch, they want me to do like a streak. Like I did the 4-hour live last Wednesday with Brooks. Follow me on Twitch, by the way, at Pete Gustin. They want to see if I could do like a streak, if I could go on for like a little while every evening. But I gotta be judicious about the time. I always do a workout after work. Would it be interesting to do a workout stream? I'd feel effing weird about it. But I don't know, just trying to change it up and do different things. I feel like it'd be hard to do a workout stream. Like I work out pretty hard. I think I'd be out of breath and like kind of exhausted, and like trying to pay attention to you guys in the chat. I feel like it'd be very difficult. But maybe just to do something different, we could do that. I've already done the pool. I've done the pool live. I did one on a duck. Hi. Did one on a duck. I did one on a peacock.
439 says I don't eat much for breakfast. What did you have? I want to try it.
I just had a snack bar. My whole breakfast is a snack bar and peach juice. I had a Made Good bar, the mixed berry Made Good bar. That's my breakfast every morning. I take a bunch of vitamins, a Made Good bar, and a glass of juice. I don't think I eat that much. That was like occurring to me the other day. I don't think I eat a lot.
1945 German Uni says hey.
Hey.
Jason 101 says weird question, but before you lost your vision, what was your favorite color? Has it changed since you've lost your vision?
Blue.
At Jasmine Ruse says the first one was the $1 million one up pointing index. I think I was just looking at the other one, but it looks like a good one for the price. I just don't want to get too much money out of the deal.
Is that person talking? Is it like stuff going on in the chat, or is that person just like chatting with themselves? It's so funny. Everybody's like, I've got a weird question. Like literally, I've answered, I have 1,400 videos. There's literally a video with an answer to every question anybody has ever asked. Hey, there we go.
Lolatopause gifted 5 subscriptions to the community.
Is super nice. I really appreciate that. So I love that the Twitch community is extraordinarily generous. Lola Tupaws last night like donated like 150 subscriptions, and then like the week before I think she donated like 100 subscriptions. I mean, she was just crushing, and this is I'm trying to build out all the platforms, obviously. Like the more people that I can interact with, the more people that hear my message, my story, get a little motivation, inspiration, entertainment. Look at that.
1,945 German Uni just followed.
Thank you, 1,945 German Uli. So, okay, cool. Yeah, if you're on Twitch and you're not following, just hit that follow button. Your username will come up there. You'll see Steve's noggin up on the screen. The text-to-speech thing will try and read it, and then I'll try and figure out what the heck it just said. I just heard a voice, like another voice. There's always robot voices in this house. But yeah, if you have any inclination to try and join the community on Twitch, last night Brooks told me there were more people chatting on Twitch than there were on any other platform, and that to me is crazy because we had 100 concurrent on the YouTube horizontal and vertical, also on Facebook and TikTok. Last night I got kicked off TikTok. I said one word. I kind of want to hint at it, but it's so sensitive. The TikTok algorithm is so sensitive to. I keep getting kicked off for. I'm trying to think of a way to say it to not get kicked off again. But usually I get like 1,000 people watching on TikTok, and last night I saw, I heard the text to speech. It was like 340, and I'm like, what happened? And I dug through the analytics, and it was like I got kicked off the air after like 22 minutes. I was like, oh man. And then the Facebook, I'm on Facebook too. You usually get a couple hundred people there that watch and comment. So I am on all the platforms. Look at that. Now I can't go anywhere.
Hype train started.
All right. Well, now there's a hype train. Now I definitely can't go anywhere. And you guys know what I do. You know what happens when there's a hype train, right? You know what I do when there's a hype train? We got to fire up some music. I got to grab my voiceover microphone. I don't know how long the hype train's going to last. I don't have Brooks here to count it down for me. There you go.
Snake Lady Greta just followed.
Thank you. Snake Lady Greta. Snake Lady Greta just followed to keep the hype train going. This is what we do when the hype train's going on Twitch. I grab some epic music, grab my voiceover microphone. Last night, we got to level 12 of the hype train. I don't know what level we're on now, because it didn't say it out loud. But I feel like getting to level 12 was pretty awesome. If you
can go over to Twitch right now. Contribute bits, follow, subscribe, just chat. That's what you're supposed to do when a hype train is happening. I can't believe I was about to walk away and go downstairs and eat food when all that time I could have been here with a hype train rolling. I've done so many voiceovers today that my voice is actually starting to feel a little bit tired. I did my vocal warm-ups this morning at like 5:15, and then my voice got tired. Rarely do I have to do this. I had to do my vocal warm-ups again right around noon today. But I'm not hearing any of those awesome alerts on Twitch. You guys are gonna let the hype train run out unless you do something awesome on Twitch at Pete Gustin. That's me. That's my channel. And the hype train is probably about to end. I don't know. Maybe people in the chat can tell me. Oop, there we go.
Miss Lita just followed.
Miss Lita just followed. See, if I sit here and beg, if I beg hard enough. It's kind of sad to have to beg for like one follower at a time, but it's what you gotta do. There we go.
Risky Business Official just followed.
Risky Business Official? It's not even the unofficial Risky Business. It's the real Risky Business. Thank you. Or it might have said Whiskey Business. I don't know. The music was kind of loud. It's either Risky or Whiskey. Ha ha! That sounds good. What is that? What is that?
We reached our followers goal of 621.
Hey, there we
go.
go.
Everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Oh, that's kind of cool. Hey, now another cool thing's happening.
Chaos Draco gifted 5 subscriptions
Thank
to
you,
the community.
Chaos Draco. This is, you guys are being pretty damn nice over there. Should I fire up some more music? I don't know if the hype train is dead or not. I can't see, and it didn't say it to me. Oh,
Zombie Sucker just followed.
There we go. Zombie Suck just followed. Sound like it said zombie suck. But I said I gotta do it the voiceover voice. I promised. I'm sorry. I had set a goal yesterday that I wanted to get 20 followers. And going into the show yesterday, I had 601 followers. And I said I wanted to get 20. And I apparently just reached it. So I'm at 621. And then tomorrow, I can set another goal. Because goals are fun. And 621 was actually kind of cool because that's my birthday. My birthday is 621. And I love the fact that the Twitch alerts all get read out loud to me, except for this. I keep saying I don't know when the hype train's going to end. It might already be dead. But everything else gets read to me out loud. I love hearing all the usernames of everybody. They always make me giggle. Ha ha ha. That is a giggle. Hee hee hee. Ha ha hee hee hee. I've obviously been up for too long. I've been up for too long. I've been doing too much, and I'm starting to fade. All right, I'm guessing that the hype train is over. But that was fun when it goes off and we get a bunch of subscribers and we start reaching goals and people do community gifts and stuff. It's fun. It's all fun. Fun in game. 9:48. Yeah. I'm gonna eat dinner because I have not eaten. Hold on. Maybe I should eat. Maybe I should. Oh, what's that one?
Lolatopause just cheered 200 bits.
There you
what
go.
What triggers TTS?
That right there is what. Lola, why are you here? This is like it's gotta be. I thought you were Eastern time zone. It's gotta be pretty late for you. And what triggers TTS is when you.
Lolatopause just cheered 200 bits. What was your favorite acting gig? Was it your audiobook? Was it Optimus Prime?
Ooh.
Or was it Jabba? Or commercials?
Good. Oh, do we just start another hype train?
Hype train level 3 reached.
Hey, we got to level 3. That's pretty. So it is still going on. All right. I'm going to answer Lola's questions because she contributed 200 bits. That's what you do. So we got to level 2 because or level 3 because she contributed bits. If you do 200 bits or more, the cool sounder will happen and your message gets read out loud, and then I feel obligated to answer. I might say
overall, like you take everything I've ever done, all the work I've ever done. I feel like I'm most proud of The Skill Conspiracy, the audiobook that I narrated. I kind of hated doing it because most of my work as a promo actor, like the Optimus Prime thing, it took 3 2-day sessions, which was a lot, like 2 hours, let's see, 2 4, let's say like 12, it was like 12 hours of recording to make a 60-second commercial. But it was a big budget, and it was a big name, and they wanted to get it right. So that was that. But usually, like, the work that I do, like whenever you hear me on the radio or TV promos and stuff, it's usually like it takes me as long to do it as it is to say it. Like I don't take multiple takes. I usually get it done on the first try. But The Skill Conspiracy was a book that I wrote. It's a sci-fi book, and I loosely based the personalities on me and Banana, and then I sent the two characters on just like this amazing adventure. Like it was fun as hell to write. And then, despite the fact that I was in the booth for like what felt like endless amounts of hours, like I think it took me like 2 months to narrate the thing, and I was working at it every day because you have to narrate it, then you have to edit it, then you have to master it and get it ready to go. It was a lot of work, but I do feel like, when I'm dead and gone, like all the promo work that I've done, will anybody remember that I did Jabba, or I was in Ben 10, or did Ugly Dolls, or Optimus Prime, or SpongeBob? Or I mean, I guess if they watch these videos and hear me mention them a million times, I don't mean to mention them a million times, just that people ask me the question all the time, and I answer it. But I feel like when Pete's in the ground and it's all said and done, if anybody was to sit down and grab The Skill Conspiracy, available on Audible right now, you could really enjoy that story. And I feel like I gave a lot of myself to it, and a lot of my personality, and I enjoyed that. I was like sad when it ended, especially because of the ending of the book. It's got a very interesting ending, but it was hard for me. It was hard to do, and then it was hard for me to finish. So I would say that. I'd say my reading of The Skill Conspiracy, which you can get on Audible, written by and voice acted by this guy. Someone earlier, they said, like, I was like, my name's right behind my head. And I didn't mean like right behind my head, but it's behind my head, right? Like that qualifies as being behind my head, doesn't it? And it's behind and off to the left. So I was gonna say this guy, Pete. And I was pointing at the name, which is up. Yeah, there it is. I can feel it. I don't know what letter that is, but I can feel it. Well, all right. Did I break the text to speech thing? Did I like knock myself off the air? Imagine if I did that whole thing.
Draco says, do you think you'll get into blind tasting vids, like having someone take you places and surprise you with different foods?
Yeah, I mean, go watch the ones I did. It's called Blind Guy Taste Test. There's like 40 of them.
Sunrose 8 says, yeah, that counts as behind you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Blind Guy Taste Test is a good time. I like the one that we did with tacos. We went to Taco Bell and a couple local places here.
Lolatopause just cheered 200 bits. Going to download The Skill Conspiracy. I love audiobooks. They help me to accomplish mundane tasks. Also, I'm on the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
I wrote Lola2Paws thinks you're rad on my soap order.
That's pretty funny. That's awesome. All right, good. You're on the West Coast. I'm not keeping you up till the middle of the night here with my weird late show. Same thing. Like today, we're trying to catch up on the orders from Blind Penguin. Lola, I believe if yours didn't get in the mail today, I think they're going to get in tomorrow. I wanted to get them all out same day, but we just got so highly overwhelmed. It's tomorrow or Saturday at the absolute latest. Like Banana and I, we got to put together like 103 packages in the next couple of days, which is just a lot, obviously. But the same thing. So the bottles, the soap. Is there one here? No, I think Banana took it away. Like the bottles, I got them from a packaging company, and they come with the bottom and the top separate. So I literally have to sit there and assemble the bottles. Then I have to give them to Banana, who puts the stickers on, and then she makes the soap, and then she pours the soap in there, and then I have to make the box and pack the box. And there's like this teal tissue paper in there, and then we put the mailing labels on. So making each box is time consuming, and we sat in separate rooms listening to our audiobooks while we were getting the soaps ready today. And I totally, when I do my laundry, I put an audiobook in. Sometimes I go back and forth in this. Sometimes when I'm doing my workout, I'll listen to an audiobook. Sometimes like It depends what kind of a mood I'm in. Like if I need the energy, like if I've had kind of like a burn me out day, I'll drink my energy drink and listen to like some EDM to get myself going. But sometimes when I'm feeling pretty good anyway, I'll listen to an audiobook while I'm working out, and I feel like it kind of takes the pain away from the workout. Like instead of just focusing on like, oh my God, my biceps hurt or my quads are burning, like I'm just like focusing on the book and kind of enjoying that. So yeah, audiobooks. I'm a big fan. Generally, I like to, because when you have credits on Audible, like one credit will buy you like a 40-hour book, and also buy you like an 8-hour book. I think all my books are like 8 or 9 hours, and I kind of wish that but that's 85,000 words. Like that's a pretty effing long book. I listen to a lot of fantasy and lit RPG books that go for like 24 hours, and it's good value, but I couldn't, again, because it's not my living. Like I'm sitting here trying to voice act and stuff all day. I can't write 24-hour books. But I'm to the point that I feel like I'm mildly addicted to audiobooks. Like I have one in my ear almost all the time, and I fall asleep to them too. And the best thing that I learned from Audible is the timer. You can set it to like 30 minutes, because it used to drive me nuts. Well, and I switched over to the text to speech. I think I broke it again. Did I? It's not playing.
Orangutan.
Oh,
Orangutan.
orangutan. What is happening there?
Rains 54 says my first time actually being able to catch one of the streams. Evangelion Unit 11.
And you got your message read by the robot lady. How exciting was that? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
Sunrise 8 says, when was the last time you finished a classic
Lola
book?
Topors just cheered 200 bits.
Thanks,
No
man.
worries. I will look forward to it. I'm thinking of buying another box for my other favorite Twitch streamer. She sings and paints live. She could use soap since she has paint everywhere. Audiobooks are amazing.
It's kind of funny.
I love listening to autobiographies read by the author.
Oh,
It feels like they're telling me about their life.
yeah.
Sorry, trying to get the most out of my 200 bits lol.
There is a character limit, but it seems like you're fitting in. Someone a couple weeks ago was trying to ask me something exceptionally long, and they didn't. It didn't get, the whole thing didn't get read, and I felt bad. They cheered the 200 bits, and then the message didn't get read. I was like, oh no. But yeah, there is a limit, and maybe other people can figure out how the limit works, but you did pretty good right there. Autobiographies read by the person that it's about. I did 2 of those. I listened to the Billy Idol autobiography, which he read, and that was super interesting. Like, what a super interesting life that guy read. And then I listened to the Henry Winkler one, the guy that played the Fonz, and like, what a roller coaster life that guy had. Like, he was super worldwide famous on Happy Days playing Fonzie, and then spent like basically the rest of his life trying to like do something else, do anything else. And he eventually ended up on that show Barry, where he got and it wasn't an Emmy. Like he finally got some recognition for it, but it was like 40 or 50 years between roles. Very difficult. I've known people like that who've had early success, and then they basically spend the rest of their life chasing it or trying to find that feeling again. And that is difficult. People that have like one-hit wonders.
Says, is this the blind guy?
Yeah, I mean, that's me. The blind guy. So many people call me the blind guy. Hey, it's the blind dude. That's why. Well, like
Tonkris 3691 says, what is the name of your book that could...
Lola Topors just cheered 200 bits. Henry is in my queue. I will bump that to the top since you enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
Bryan Cranston and Trevor Noah were my 2 favorites I have listened to multiple times.
Oh, I didn't know Bryan did a book, but I've studied his voice. This is funny. Lola's like paying 200 bits to have a conversation with me here. Thank you, Lola. I appreciate you so much. Last night's generosity was like over the top. I've studied Bryan Cranston's voice acting. Like you can, people like, how do you get into voice acting? I've been doing it for decades now, and I'm still learning and practicing and studying. It's like you never get great, you never get perfect at it. Hopefully you get great, but it's never perfect. And one thing I noticed about Bryan Cranston, even in commercial reads, are tricky, because you get booked to do a 10-second commercial, a 15, a 30, or in rare cases, a 60-second commercial. And usually the copy if you read it straight through at a certain pace, like the copywriters, like they fit in as much information as they can. In more high-end commercials, they're not jamming it full of copy, but it's still pretty damn tight. But I noticed when studying Bryan Cranston's reads, I was like, why are his reads so damn engaging? It's because he changes the pace within even commercial reads, and he changes his volume. Like remember, that line, the famous line from Breaking Bad, when he goes, "If I were you, I would tread lightly." He was so quiet. He was tread lightly. It was such a quiet, impactful, because you lean in to hear it. You're like, what's he about to say? And he's basically saying, like, do not F with me. And he said it quiet, and he said it deliberate. And that's why I try, even though you have to work within the framework of time for most voice acting jobs, if you can speed it up at a certain point and then slow it down and bring people in and make them listen a little more closely, that's when you can really add some emotion to your reads. And it was driven home to me by listening to Bryan Cranston's work. So yeah, I'll definitely check out his autobiography. I did not know that was out there. All right, did I make it to 10? It's 10:01, and I haven't even eaten dinner. So I am loving talking to all you guys. I am going to be doing a lot of it after next week. I'm going to try and be here.
Dennis Robloxen says, "God damn, you have a crazy good voice, man."
Oh, thank you. Oop.
Lolatopause just cheered 200 bits. Bryan is so talented, you would love his book. There are so many fun stories in his life path. You will pick up new things you didn't know. Go enjoy dinner.
All right. I will go enjoy dinner. I'm going to let you guys chat at each other for, just like 10 seconds while I walk over there and hit the end stream button.
Says, "Do not fear, I shall tow your car."
It's quoting my
thanks for streaming.
Quoting my Optimus Prime commercial. That's funny.
Says, "I finally caught you, Liv." Woohoo.
Ah, and now I'm leaving. What a bummer,
Josh
but yeah.
says, "Have a good one."
Thank you, everybody.
Bacon says, "Dave, you stream."
Who's Dave? I'm not Dave. I'm not Dave. Let's see. Can I give you guys music as I walk away? If I play that, that can be my walk-off music. Yeah, and you should still be able to hear yourselves chatting, but just for a minute. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lola.
Lena Mendoza 1493 says, "When I first live with you, I love your content, and I think you're funny and amazingly talented."
Hey, that's a good one to go out on. That's a good thing to hear right before I walk off. Don't forget to follow and subscribe so you can catch more of them. Thank you. This is my walk-off music.
7013 says, "Have you always been blind?"
Bye, everybody. Gonna go get dinner. Someone else can answer that one for me.
@Lives A Script says, "Take care, God bless, and have a wonderful night." @Dennis Robloxen says, "Epic music." @Austin Smith 742 says, "Dave's not here, man." Josh Stone says, "Enjoy your dinner." @Avild 6048 says, "Said hi." Cheos Draco says, "Enjoy your meal and have a nice evening." Sunrose 8 says, "Oh no, you didn't, jet muted, my earbuds got connected." Elena Mendoza